Yo, what's up? What's good? Welcome back to the Legacy Lounge. This is a special episode today. So I got my man G-Rod in the building from Lake City, Florida, but he's still Studville zone. But we're gonna go on this journey together because I ain't never interviewed nobody that I didn't know. Right. So I know of you, I know certain parts, but we ain't never sat down and wrapped it up. Right. We got mutual friends and everything. So I appreciate you, showing the interest in coming on and giving us this opportunity. But what's good, man? Welcome back in town. Welcome from Lake City. What's happening?
Shit, I'm glad to be here, man. Shout out to old Studville. You already know. Shout out to Lake City, too, in Florida. You know what I'm saying? It's G-Ride. You already know.
So I hear the film saying, I hear the Florida in you, the country in you. What you doing here right now? Like, what you in town for right now?
I'm doing a little visit. Come check on my family. You know what I'm saying? I got a nephew I ain't meet yet, so.
Okay.
Gotta check on everybody real quick.
That's Slick's baby?
Yeah, Slick's baby.
All right, well, congratulations.
Mari, you know what I'm saying? Free Slick.
Free Slick. Hey, so we need Slick right here when he touched down. I give you a day to hold your son and everything and play with the baby. Next day, man, you right here or right there, whatever. But we need you in the Legacy Lounge. But I got a lot of respect for Slick. He think outside the box. He's a hustler. He's a go-getter. Don't care what nobody say. Many hustles. Yeah. Man, shout out to him, man.
Yeah, Slick like my superhero for real. Both my brothers like my superheroes. Like everything I do, that's all Slick. Like videos, DoorDash, roadside assistance. I learned all that from him. As soon as he got on, he put me on with.
So you do everything he do.
Yeah,
but you just do it down there in Florida.
Yeah.
So baby brother, 3 boys.
Yeah.
What that was like?
I ain't shit. It's, the youngest. Like I was the youngest, so they was always like, I don't know, they was always into some other shit than me. Like, but yeah, it was once we was always close. Like, if I'm saying all 3 of us, Slick was in and out. He was older than me and Rye, so like me and Rye was really like thick as Steve's type shit. And then me and Slick, we kind of like started bonding more as I got to be a adult, like 18, 19 type shit.
So with Slick and his guys, like before them, there was like, a few wild bunches, but like,
right.
I think Slick like 4 or 5 years younger than me, but they changed.
Yeah.
They changed the city. Like the when they clicked up and you was around. Yeah. But I'm just letting you know back in the day it wasn't like that. Like they definitely had a big influence on how things is now. Right. Like they definitely changed the city. So did you look up to bro? Like,
oh yeah, I looked up to it. Yeah, everything he was into, that's what I wanted to do. Like from the music and like it just it's crazy how it come till today. Like we kind of doing certain shit that we was doing back then, like with the music and stuff. But like I used to just wait for Slick and his friends to drop their little YouTube freestyles, like type shit.
You rap too?
Nah.
All right.
I
Not
used
at all.
To, like back in the day, like, I got some shit on SoundCloud back in the day, but no, I'm behind the camera.
All right, so who better, Ride or Slick?
I don't know. They both nice.
They
nice.
Both
nice.
They nice.
I gotta give it to Slick, like, cause he always been doing it from day one. Like I don't know when this man started rapping. Like he used to be like 5, just spitting bars, and me and Rod used to just be like, oh, that's hot. Like
yeah, big bro.
Yeah.
Slick at the punchlines too.
Yeah, punchline crazy.
But Ride hard. Yeah. They both hard. Yeah.
Yeah, Ride hard too. Like I listen to both of they shit a lot. Like
a lot of talent. As far as music. Studville, who your favorite? Anybody you ever heard from Studville? Anybody?
I gotta say them 2, honestly. Like, yeah, Slick and Rod.
All right, you can't say your brothers.
Yeah, but let me see, Studville.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. I gotta say, like, damn.
I come back.
Little freshy. What's hard? Tech. K-Blow.
I forgot Tech Flow, and Freshie got a wave.
Yeah,
he got a following.
I remember Robert Hines was one of the hardest, like from my generation.
Yeah,
rapping like in high school, like he used to be tearing people up in freestyles. Robert Hines.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he used to go crazy. I know a lot more, man. June
hard.
June always had bars.
June hard. And we need to get June in here too.
Yeah.
June, my God. June got a nice, June is another one. Got his own wave,
Yeah.
own vibe, own style, don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
So June, one of your A1s, right?
Yeah, that's one of my A1s. We went to like preschool and all that, known each other since preschool type shit.
Okay. Yeah, shout out to June too.
Yeah.
So, bro, what made you go to Florida? What made you leave Studville and go to Florida?
Just to change the area. Like, I felt like changing my area also helped me change my situation. Like, I'm trying to think of like a good way to explain it. Like, it's like I was trying to work regular jobs down here, like in Studville and shit. I couldn't come up with nothing but like Wendy's and shit like that, and I didn't want to do that forever. Like, I wanted like a good ass job if I was gonna live regular.
Right.
So I didn't want like a fast food job, and I wanted to be like, I didn't want everybody to see me like in a fast food job ass nigga like
pride.
Shit, like,
yeah, hell
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Coming from, because how I was getting money, you know what I'm saying? Easy, fast. I ain't gonna say easy, but like fast. They ain't punching no clock for it, that's for sure.
Right.
Like, so like I knew if I wanted to get out of that, I had to leave. Like, so I did. I left, and then I failed the first time. I got fired from my fast food job, and then I came back home, and I was like, soon as I get the next chance, I'm going back to Florida. Like,
so back up a little bit. You talked about you was getting money, you know, the fast money.
yeah.
What made you? Because you still young, and you was young. If I'm correct, what made you just give up on the fast money? Like, you know, and had a mind frame to say I want to get a job instead of just standing in the streets and getting money.
Well, I always knew I didn't even want to get my money like that from the jump. Like, but I knew I was gonna have to, like, if I wanted to do anything.
Right.
Because I don't know, just like everybody is doing that. You know what I'm saying? You young, you growing up, everybody's doing that. And I seen both my brothers, they go to jail all the time when we was kids, like juvenile. I ain't never been to jail in juvenile. Like, I used to be scared of what my dad was gonna do type shit. But I just didn't want to be doing that. Like, then especially when we got older, like everybody was getting locked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just was like, I don't want that. I never did want that. So I was like, it's time to stop doing this type shit. Like,
And get out of. Did you have family in Florida?
no, I ain't. I had one of my homies, my homie Diz, he lived in Florida. So my second time, you know what I'm saying? So he told me I can come down there and stay with him. So I did that, and then that's how I ended up getting a job down there and stuff.
So you went down there, you was working at fast food.
Yeah, I was working at Arby's.
And you got fired from down there from down Arby's.
No, my first time I was working at Honey Baked Ham. I got fired from there.
Okay.
And then I moved back home, and then I went back to Florida and got a job at Arby's.
So when you came back home, how long was you home?
About a year.
All right.
Yeah. And then I moved back to Florida. I ultimately ended up getting fired from Arby's again, but I didn't leave that time. Like, I got a job at Dairy Queen like the next day, and then I ain't had no car or nothing, so I'm walking around this parts. I don't know nobody, don't know my directions or nothing. Like, so I'm just walking from my crib to Dairy Queen and Arby's and shit. And then as soon as I got a car, I just quit Dairy Queen and I went to like the little temp service, and that's where I found the job I work at today.
Okay. So you left, came back, and left again.
Yeah.
You know, and most of the time it don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, Studville is a hard place to leave, even for people who come down to visit, you know.
Right.
That's why, you know, a lot of out-of-town people and stuff like that. It's really a hard place to leave. But what you did, because I know, like I said, I don't know your whole story, but I know, you know, the gang culture and everything like that. And I don't know how far you was in it, but most people don't get out of it like that and go to Florida,
Right.
you know, without being locked up or, you know, even worse. And I know you down there flourishing, you got your family and everything. Like, I commend that, you know, that you had the wherewithal to know that this wasn't for you,
Right.
and to go down there and get yourself together. But how you feel about, like, what Studville mean to you? Because I know you love Studville.
It's just like home. Like, I'm saying, I bleed big red colors. Like, I love big red. Just everything about Studville, I love it. It was just, for me, I had to leave at that time. I be wanting to move back, but now it's like I'm in too deep in Florida now.
Right.
So it's like, I'll come and visit type shit.
So what you think holding us back? Like, from the outside looking in.
I think to me on, I think like the same thing that's always been holding us back. Like people can't get along. Like that's, I guess maybe it's too small of a town. I don't know what. Like maybe too much done happened already, but that's the only part. Cause where I stay at now, I'd be surprised about how many people work together, like in the music industry, like for local artists and stuff. Like everybody is working together, and they even working with the cities next to them and everything. Like so, it's crazy. Like, and then I'm kind of like an outsider down there, like you know what I'm saying. But like I've been there for a while, so like people will consider me Lake City, like from them other towns around Lake City. Like it happens like that up in Ohio now sometimes. Like I just think the best of the best people, you know what I'm saying, they might not get along too much. Like so that's where all the hardship comes in. Like it's hard to do stuff together. Like
Yeah, because it's like it's a choose a side type shit. I mean, I get it. You know, that's what you was brought up in, and you know that's what it is. That's Studville. It's always going to be Studville, probably going forward. But so much talent.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So much talent.
on every aspect, like music, football, basketball, we got it all. Like
Everything.
Studville is the best around the area. Like at everything down there.
That's a fact. So you 29, 28.
29, yeah.
So you almost an old head type thing. You know what I mean? You
Next month.
Yeah.
Next month.
you know you seen it all, been through it all. You know you got out, but you ain't too far to not know what's going on.
Right.
Like, what advice would you give? You know, because they're young and doing it now. Like,
Yeah.
and you know we're active. That's what they say. They're young and active right now.
And the best advice I can give is just like use that mind before you get into a situation where you ain't got no choice. Like, so I don't know. Like you got to leave certain shit alone. Like, but it ain't up to nobody but yourself type shit. Like,
So you probably learned. Like, I know your bros taught you a lot, but you probably learned. Not probably. You already said it. You learned a lot from the mistakes too.
yeah, like just seeing what they was going through. I'm like, why would I do that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you little bro, both bros locked up. You feel like responsible to hold your bros down, take care of your bros.
Yeah, it's irritating sometimes, but like, yeah, I gotta make sure they all right. Like,
And they got kids too,
Yeah,
and you the only one out here.
exactly. Like, it get frustrating sometimes, but like, I love my nieces and my nephews. Like, they make me want to do it even more. Like,
Bad. So, from what I see, you know, I love watching you got girls. You're a girl dad. I like to see any young black man, any black man in general, you know, mingle with their girls and be a girl dad. It's near and dear to me.
yeah.
So how you feel about that? How's that go?
Man, it's amazing. I was sad the first time I found out I was having a girl. Like, I was sad. Like, and then shit, like everything was cool. Like, I really ain't worried about these times. Like, I'm kind of worried about when they get older. Like, you know what I'm saying, when they don't want to kick it with me no more and they got their own friends. That's what I worry about. But like, I'm just trying to live in the present right now with them. Like,
Live in the present, bro, because they gonna get old.
exactly.
They gonna be with their friends, and they not gonna want to kick it with you.
Exactly.
And I love, you know, to see my daughters getting old and flourishing, but my youngest, I wish I could just keep her at 10 years old, because after her it's over, and all I know is being a dad. You know what I mean? So I don't even, like, what do I do when I'm not, you know, when they're grown and I can't be the dad.
Exactly.
So yeah, live in the moment, bro. Cherish those times with those girls. But man, about your girls, man. What's their names? How old is it?
My oldest, her name Riley Lynn Turner. I named both my kids after some kind of family member. If they was boys, I would have named them after my brothers for sure. But I named both of them after my cousin Katie Lynn. Like, she got like a dash. Her first name is Katie Dash Lynn. So both of my girls is named Riley Dash Lynn. That's their first name, and Araya Dash Lynn, and Turner's.
Okay. And you got it's a film, video? Like, what exactly you got going on down there?
Videography, production. You know what I'm saying? I shoot mostly music videos, but I've done commercials and weddings too before.
Would you ever do work up here, like back in Ville?
I shot one video for Slick up here, and that was it. I'm hoping to shoot a video while I'm here right now this weekend.
You ain't got nothing lined up?
I had something lined up. They canceled on me, and then I had ran into somebody at the store, so I probably got something lined up for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that's dope, bro. What you do. I would say carrying your brother's legacy on, but he still got his own legacy. But you
Right.
branched off and doing your own thing and
Right.
got out of the hood and doing your own thing, entrepreneur. Like so, a lot of young people don't want to work 9 to 5s. I'm 41. I don't want to work 9 to 5, and part of the reason why we doing this is like that 9 to 5 shit ain't it for me.
Right.
I've been doing it for too long, and I'm tired of it. Like you got to provide for your family, so you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
But is the 9 to 5 for you? You trying to shed that shit too?
I mean, at first I thought it was for me. Like once I got this job that I'm at now, I like everything I do, like driving big ass loaders and shit and messing with these train cars. I like doing that, and I didn't mind it at first. But when Slick started putting me on, and I started getting money, it's easier. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't easier. The work is easier, but like at the same time, like being in control of your own finances is way harder. Like, so like I'm kind of stuck in the middle right now. Like I'm not ready to be in control of all my finances. Like I got to pay my own taxes and shit like that, and then I don't want to keep breaking my back every day neither.
For sure. So the goal is to be entrepreneur, not work for nobody.
Right.
And that's big, man. That's if I can just go back like to your age, 10, 11 years, I wish I would have had a more entrepreneurial spirit.
Shit, I wish I could go back about 10 years to it. Be thinking the same shit. Like, cause it took me a long time to start thinking like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really was just being here. Like,
yeah, just existing. I mean, it's it's Studville. It is what it is. You still got homies here? I know you.
Yeah,
June.
Yeah, all my homies mostly. You know what I'm saying? I still rock with like I don't get out much. Like I be trying to keep a low profile.
Right.
Like, so yeah, I see everybody. What's good? And I'm mostly kicking. I'm here to see my nephews. Like, and just I don't see them a lot. Like, so I want to make sure I spend a lot of time when I am here.
Spending time with family,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. And that's why, like I said, we got, Tree, your guy.
Yeah.
Tree, my guy. Tree speak real highly of you. Always has. Always, man. G-Rod, my guy, man. I like the way he think. He think different. He a smart dude.
Tree, a big reason why, like, he helped me leave too. Like, he used to always tell me, like, man, don't be out here just playing around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to think, like, he used to show me certain things. Like, man, like, you see what's going on type shit. Like, people act funny, like, or not, like, just like, if we just out partying or something, like, man, what you really doing right here? You got money? You got enough money to be out here just partying for no reason? Like,
yeah, that sound like him. And he really, all y'all, all three of y'all, he really like y'all and respect y'all. But he told me to ask you this, so I gotta ask you this. he said G-Rod always been an entrepreneur. He said, ask him about the time he was selling hamburgers out of his house.
I don't know what the fuck he talking about.
He said, man, you and your ex-significant other was selling hamburgers out of the crib.
Bro, that's
he said,
I don't remember that, man.
He said, man, ask bro if he moved to Florida because the hamburger business wasn't working out. So,
nah, man.
You ain't got to touch on it, but
I don't remember that, dog.
He just told me to ask you, man. So I asked you, bro.
That's hilarious.
He said it was cap.
I be cooking out, you know that. Like, shit ain't for sale though.
So, social media, I know you a Rams fan.
Yeah.
How the hell you end up being a Rams fan?
I was just watching football. Like, my pops was a big Steelers fan. My whole family was pretty much big Steelers fans or Browns fans. I used to hate, like, the little feud they had over it. Like, so I was like, I'm not none of them fans. Like, whenever I start watching football, I'm going to pick a team. Like, and I just happened to be watching the Super Bowl with the Rams and the Titans. And I was like, whoever win this game, that's what it is. Like, and that's what it was. Like,
oh, that's when they tackled dude at the 1 yard line.
Yeah. And my pops was going for the Rams that day too, so I was kind of hoping they was gonna win. Like,
yeah, like you like a big Rams fan, like.
Oh yeah, ever since then, ever since I started messing with football, like heavy on the Rams.
What you went? It was a playoff game. And Tampa.
Tampa, yeah.
Was
Tom
that
Brady.
was that NFC Championship game?
It was the game before the NFC Championship.
They beat y'all.
No, hell no.
Oh.
We went to the
Oh, that's the
NFC
year y'all.
after
That's
that.
the year y'all won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I took my daughter out there. It was fun as hell. Like,
So you took your daughter to the playoff game.
Yep, yeah.
She a Rams fan too.
Yeah, yep. Heavy on it.
She enjoy it.
Yeah, well, she's starting to get off of it now. Like, as she getting a little older, but she used to sit there with me and watch it.
But that's dope. I mean, memories last forever.
Yeah.
And that's something you always treasure, like something to experience like that, a
she'll
playoff
always
game.
be a Rams fan, I believe, but she probably won't be all big into it like I am. Like,
yeah, I mean, a playoff game, that's huge.
Yeah, that day was crazy. Like, cause I was actually worried, like, cause we was in the wrong stadium type shit. We was whooping their ass like at first, then they came back. It was a nail biter, like, but I thought we was winning. I'm trying to beat the traffic home. I got my little girl on my shoulder. She about 5 at the time, maybe 4. So I got her on my shoulders. I'm like, let's beat the traffic. Like, we won. Next thing you know, they scored 2 touchdowns before we even get out the stadium. Like,
You went back in?
yeah, I went. I was like, oh, never mind.
They-
Let's go. I was like, forget the traffic.
I don't even remember the game.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a wild one. I think like the last play we won with like the last 7 seconds on the clock. They was up. I want to say it was either tied or they was up by 1 and we kicked the field goal.
That was that's the year they beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to talk about, bro?
It's crazy because I was thinking about like what I was gonna talk about when I got on here, like, but like nothing major. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just feel good to be back home. Like, I love every time I come in, I just see buildings and shit. I be like, yeah, like it just feel good, like back home. Like,
It's Studville, bro. We get I love Studville. I'm the same as you, bro. I don't care where I'm at. Like, I'm a Studville dude.
yeah,
Some people be like, why you so proud to be from Studville? Like, why not? That's home. But you got the same vibe. Like, it's Studville. It's home.
yeah. You'd be surprised about how many people you wouldn't think know about Studville. Know, like, I be hearing, like, if I see somebody from Ohio, first thing I ask, you know about Studville? Like, sometimes they be like, hell yeah, I know about Studville. Like, I'm like, yeah, you fall.
Yeah, it's a small town, bro. So Tree always say small town, but they go hard.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I always say that. But anyways, small town, but they go hard.
Yeah.
But that's a fact. Like, it's, if you ain't from here, then you know what I mean, you just don't get it. Like, a lot of people came down here and ain't make it back home. And I'm not glorifying violence or nothing like that. I'm just saying that's the fact of it. Like, it's a trap in a sense. It's fast money, easy money compared to, other cities that they was in. And you know what I mean?
Look a little sweeter, but like,
yeah,
it ain't at all.
It's really not. It's really not. When it's crazy. When I was in school, I went to Kent for like a semester or whatever. But in my mind, like, when we go home for the weekend or whatever, I'm going back to the hood.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm going back to the hood that Friday after class. They be like, the hood? Like, you from Studville?
Yeah, them motherfuckers be for like bigger cities, like,
yeah.
shit like that.
So they thinking cows and
right.
like, I'm like, bro, come down here and talk what you talking like that. Stupidville.
Yeah.
Steubenville don't play that, bro.
Hell no.
Like, that's offensive.
Shit, when I was younger, I thought Studville was like the biggest city because, like, coming from the Studville Tigers, we used to just demolish everybody. Like, it got to the point we ain't playing nobody from around the Ohio Valley no more. Like, so I just always thought, like, oh, Studville is the hardest place on planet Earth. Like,
What would you tell, like, a young dude in the streets thinking Steubenville is the only thing in life? Like,
I mean, it ain't the only. It ain't the only thing in life, bro. Like, that's, you know what I'm saying. You got it, especially like if you grow up and everybody around you is living a certain way. You don't want to live like that. Steubenville is you definitely got to get away for at least a little bit just to see where other places
everything else
like,
is.
You know what I'm saying? Because it do get hard for like teenagers and shit in Steubenville. Like, you know what I'm saying. It ain't a lot for opportunities, like, as far as going and getting a job and shit, like. But I think, like, outside, even outside, you can stay in Ohio. Like, it's a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying, outside of Steubenville.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
But I think if you don't want to, like, I don't know. like be in Studville and you just gotta work like petty little jobs, like just leave, and then if it don't work out, come back. Like
You can always come back home. I mean, because you took a leap of faith.
yeah,
You went down there. Would you have some bread on you? And
I was probably a couple hundred. Like you know what I'm saying, like when I first came back the first time, like I still wasn't trying to do. I was still trying to stay out of jail and all that stuff, like working regular little jobs, like you know what I'm saying, barely making ends meet. But I knew like, give me a little bit of bread, I'm shooting. Give me a week of shelter, I'm shooting back to Florida. Like you know what I'm saying. So that's what I did. Everything else happened from there.
yeah, man. I mean, even myself, the 9 to 5 is good, but it ain't everything, and it ain't what I want to do. And I love Steubenville, but it ain't where I want to permanently be. And I draw inspiration about from people like you. It don't matter older or younger,
Right.
like to get out of the game first of all, and then to get out of the city. And I always say, get out without a scratch on you, meaning you got your health, you got your freedom, and you can speak to it. So like, what motivates you, this to just, because at any time, man, you can always go back into that life at any time.
Right.
Like what motivates you? I know your kids motivate you, but what else motivates you besides that? You know
Just
what I mean?
like seeing other people go through other situations, like people even my age, we 30 now. You feel what I'm saying? Like just seeing, like, I don't want to be in jail. That I know that for sure. Like I don't want to get smoked. Like so I'm just doing everything to keep me from doing that. Like
So you feel like if you would have stayed here, you would have been looking over your shoulder?
yeah. I mean, shit. I look over my shoulder no matter what, for
Right.
real. But yeah, probably like especially like with all the situations that done went on, like shit that I probably don't even want to be involved in, whether I want to be involved in it or not. Like I'm gonna be like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying. Sometimes that shit just drag you in, like so. Like yeah, that was my standpoint was like, if I'm gone, like can't nobody say G-Rod did nothing. Like you feel what I'm saying. Like how I'm in Florida, like feel me. But it's just like I don't know. It just get weird like that. Like
So you think, this is hypothetical, if you would have stayed here, when all the bullshit was going on or whatever, and you just never would have left, would you still be sitting right across from me?
it's hard to say yeah that I would. Like I honestly think I either be where my brother at or you feel what I'm saying, be where some of my other homies is at. Like and that's what I didn't want. Like I didn't even want that for my brothers. Like I wanted them to leave too. Like
Did you like try to talk him out of it, or
oh yeah, every day I talk to Ride like every day like a bug in his ear. Like
so? Rod was down there with you at some
he
point.
came with me for like a week, and at this time like I was just getting on my feet, like so I ain't had no car, so we walk into the store for like just to go to the corner store, we gotta walk type shit. He wasn't feeling it, like, and I'm telling him like, bro, please, like just stay with me, like I promise you we gonna get right, like, and it was too boring for him, like, so he came back to the hood, like.
You knew. I mean, not you didn't know what was going to happen, but you knew. Your brother.
Yeah.
Your brother, and the city, so you just felt it.
Yeah.
You ever feel like, I mean, you the little bro, but do you ever feel like guilt, like like I wish I could have did something, or
Yeah, look, I wish I would have been on his ass more, like, cause after he be safe, I was like, all right, man, fuck it, like, you feel what I'm saying, like, but now, like, if I could go back, I wouldn't just be like, all right, you know what, do you, like, I'd be like, nah, fuck, nigga, like, come on, you feel what I'm saying, promise I'll have a car by next week or some shit like that, like.
yeah, that's real, man. And that's consistent with what I hear about you, like like wise beyond your years. Like for you had you seen it coming and tried to stop your brother from coming back, and at the same time you didn't follow him back. Like
Right.
wise enough to be your own man. Like that's commendable.
Yeah, and it feel good to have a spot, like, when Slick come down, he got somewhere to go, you feel what I'm saying. When Rye used to come down, he had somewhere to go, like, you feel what I'm saying. They had my crib, like.
So how you feel about Slick being in Studville? Like would you rather him get out too, or?
It's like, yeah, I'd rather him get out, but he be all over the place, so like I'm cool with, like, you know what I'm saying. And I know like he the one that taught me how to do all this stuff, like So I know his mind is right. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He not out here wilding or nothing like
Slick,
that.
big,
Like,
big bro.
yeah, like
Yeah.
he done taught us. So I can't tell him too much. Like, you feel what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm waiting for his call to tell me my next move type shit.
That's what's up, man. That's, that relationship, that's deep, that's tough. And like I said, he a good one to learn from,
Yeah.
Especially having him as your brother, but he done seen it all. He done been through it all. And, he done lost homies. He done lost homies and to both sides. He got homies that ain't coming home and,
Right.
Homies that passed away. And he's seen, you could tell he's seen the same thing that you seen.
Yeah.
Like that this ain't it. And he carved that path.
Yeah, I don't even think he should be in jail right now. I mean, he obviously you got to do your time, but like he was on a good path. Like he wasn't, you feel what I'm saying? He got caught with a gun, like, you feel what I'm saying? But that was it. He wasn't out here doing nothing bad. Like, you feel what I'm saying? He'd be on top of his business. Like,
Yeah. And I didn't know the situation, but it was surprising because I knew what he was into
yeah.
or what he wasn't into. But that's Studville,
That's what I mean. That's another reason why I tell people get out of here. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that shit is hard. Like, you're a convicted felon, but you got to ride with your gun sometimes. Maybe,
and they know who you are.
Yeah.
It's a small town. Everybody know who you are. Now we're going to do podcast talk. Who your GOAT? Music, hip hop, rap GOAT.
Everybody gonna hate this answer, but it's Slim Shady for me.
Yeah.
That's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, when I say like GOAT hip hop, I mean like he could. Can't nobody get in his face and out rap him. Like,
so you mean like best lyricist of all time? Like,
yeah.
so
And
you
that's
mean
how I judge hip-hop.
okay? The GOAT rapper is Eminem.
Yeah.
I mean, in the way you explaining it, putting words together, and ain't too many people that can out rap him. Yeah, ain't too many people that can out rap him. But bro, you not riding around listening to Eminem.
No, I mean, like, I will from time to time, but like, no, I'm not with the homies. Like,
You're not in Lake City with like playing Eminem.
No, I
know you're not
chilling on my porch or something. I might listen.
Yeah,
to it.
yeah, okay.
No,
so
I ain't riding around listening.
All right, bet. Like you wasn't when you was young. You weren't riding around listening to Eminem.
No, when I was young, I probably was bumping that shit.
Like in the car.
Like in my room or something. Like.
All right.
No, when I'm with the homies. No,
okay, yeah, we're not listening to Eminem when we with the homies.
No.
So who you listening to when you with the homies?
Shit, I mean, like Jeezy, Future. I started to listen to a little Drake now that he rapping hard. Like, I'm a big fan of J. Cole. Like, I don't really listen to everything that I'm getting so tired of drill music these days. Like, I get sick and tired of it because it's like you can listen to that shit from each generation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather listen to that for real. Like, I'm starting to get into like that older West Coast shit. I've always been a fan of the West Coast like rap music. Like, but now I'm starting to listen to people that I didn't hear before. Like, they wasn't as
like
famous.
Who?
It's like all of Nate Dogg shit. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm bumping Nate Dogg heavy. Like, I only heard him if he was with somebody else, like a feature or something.
Yeah, he's the feature king, by the way.
Yeah, like,
I would say as far as hooks, like Nate Dogg the GOAT.
He got some good music that's just his. Like,
yeah.
And, like just a lot of people like they known, but they ain't known, and like Eazy-E and all them. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, but as far as like who I think was my favorite growing up, probably like Jeezy, Fab, Future.
You a Wayne guy?
Wayne. It took me a while to get on Wayne. Like, I didn't like him when I was younger.
Because most people your age, Wayne the GOAT.
Yeah, I think he up there too. Like,
yeah, he's the consensus. And I always say, Jay-Z my GOAT. And when I say Jay-Z, it's funny because Nas is my favorite rapper, right. But I think Jay-Z is the GOAT. But a lot of people think around your age that Wayne is the GOAT.
Yeah, I put Wayne up there too.
Okay.
But like, it took me a long time like to get around No Ceilings is when I really started listening to Wayne. I had to go back, like, because I think he kind of digressed after a couple albums or mixtapes after No Ceilings.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to nothing from him before No Ceilings. Like,
so Jeezy, Gucci or Jeezy?
I'm always on
Yeah,
Jeezy.
me too. But you know, a lot of people ride with Gucci. I just start liking Gucci. They don't want to kill me for this.
I didn't like Gucci.
I hated him.
I thought his shit was like
trash.
Serious.
Yeah, same, bro.
Now I go back and he was spitting.
No, he
was.
He was. And I'd be like, damn, how I missed that?
Yeah.
Like, cause I got an ear for it. How the hell I missed that? That Gucci
exactly.
was like that. But yeah, Gucci like that. And I'm talking like 3-4 years ago, bro. I just got hip to Gucci. Like,
I started listening to Gucci probably like around Lemonade time.
Yeah,
but I wasn't listening to all that. When he was really going crazy with the Trapaholics and shit like that.
Yeah, he's like mixtapes. He up there. He top 5 for sure. Future too. Future is another one who, like, 30 to 35, like, you know.
Yeah, I like Future.
Go.
It took me a minute to get hip to Future. Slick actually got me listening to Future again. Like, I used to listen to him when he first came out. I thought he was hard. Like, Turn Off the Lights. That was my shit. And then, like, I started thinking his shit was lightweight trash. And then Slick put me back on to him around these past few albums he had, and I'm like, all right, he is raw. Like,
yeah, he in Slick's top 3, I think.
Yeah, I think Slick did go Jay-Z.
Yeah. And he wanted to like scrap and Slick. Like, not a lot of. They was one of the only few like on the Jay-Z wave with me. Like, so I like a young dude that listen to Jay-Z.
I ain't the biggest fan of Jay-Z.
Nah.
Like, Block, that was his favorite rapper. I used to hate that shit. Like, he used to put on that Jay-Z. I used to be like, man, this shit is trash. Like, he used to tell me, like, no, this shit hard. Like, you'll understand when you get older. Like,
you said who was that?
Debo.
Oh, okay.
He was a big Jay-Z fan. Like.
See, well, Debo was around older people. Yeah. So
he used to say that shit. Like, you'll understand when you get older. Like,
yeah, that make me proud.
Yeah, but Jay-Z is raw though. Like it took me a while to get like, oh, he's spitting like that 444. That was one of the hardest albums I ever heard.
It's audio
like,
game.
Yeah,
and that's not even one of my favorite Jay albums, but I think he just put it out as game. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all this game for $9.99.
I did used to like the I think it was called the Black Album, the one with 99 Problems. That was my favorite song for a while. Like. But that was like the only Jay-Z song I fucked with.
Yeah, if you go back to Reasonable Doubt in my lifetimes, you'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
You appreciate what he's saying now. All right, so I don't like to call it a debate. I like to call it a conversation. Your top 3. No, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that, bro. Rank Mike, Kobe, LeBron.
I think you got to give it to LeBron. Like, I like Jordan better, like, but there's a better basketball player. Like, there's nobody that's done what LeBron's doing right now. So, like, whereas this man, like, I don't even know how old he is. Damn near 40, ain't he?
39,
yeah. Yeah. Jordan will never, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, like.
LeBron, Jordan, Kobe. All right. I'm not saying mine. Eventually I will, but no, that's I respect that.
I don't like when people don't put Kobe in the top 3. Like, it seemed like after he passed, they just stopped respecting his basketball game. I can't stand that. Like,
yeah, I mean, Kobe was a killer.
He was top 3. Though.
Yeah, Kobe was Kobe was cold-blooded. Kobe was different. Like, Bron is a freak, you know what I mean? He's athlete, but Kobe's mentality, I mean, Mamba mentality. Like, he just.
I think he was like an exact clone of Jordan, but he was just harder. Like, he didn't care to do it by himself if he had to. Like,
yeah, I mean, Kobe like chewed gum like Jordan. Like, he walked like Jordan. Like, he put his hand, you know what I mean? Everything he did, like, if you put them side by side, I'm sure you've seen it. They was like the same person.
Yeah, I seen that a little video where they did that shit. Yeah, they look the same. But I think like Kobe, he wanted more, like, you know what I'm saying, than Jordan would. I think Kobe ain't always have the teams Jordan had. He won his championships with.
Nah, when Kobe won the back-to-back with Paul Gasol and Lamar Odom,
he went
like,
crazy.
Yeah, he was going crazy. Like, and Jordan's teams was way better than that. But
I think Jordan, like, the way he stay up in the air for so long, like, nobody's gonna do that better than him. Like, but
no, Jordan flew.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the first man I seen, well, the only man. Like, he flew in the air. Like, he was literally flying in the air.
In the air that long, like.
Bro, I still be watching old clips. Like, And it's crazy because a lot of people say like LeBron a better athlete than Mike. And I'd be like, okay, I can see why you say that. Then I'm like, nah. Like Mike walked on air. Like I seen it.
He literally, and he put that ball in any hand. Like
And switching it, yeah, 3-4 times. Like he flew, he glided. Like
they was explaining about like his hands, and then like you see him holding that ball like that,
just palming the ball. Yeah,
that's crazy. Like, but as far as like just the game of basketball itself, LeBron got that in the bag. Like
the best basketball player you ever seen.
Yeah,
and you a Jordan fan.
He got everything. Like,
yeah, I can't say too much, bro. 'Cause, you know,
I used to be trying to argue with people like, no, LeBron's not better than Jordan. Like, but
yeah, and it's hard because Jordan fans is so passionate, and LeBron fans are so annoying. And I mean, the Jordan fans are annoying. The whole argument is annoying because they both amazing.
Yeah.
But man, they just the fans they can't both be amazing. You got to pick a side.
Exactly.
And I refuse to pick a side. So
it's like sometimes shit is common sense. Like when people say like LeBron couldn't last in these past eras, this man is bigger than the centers back then, and he's a shooting forward. Like that don't even make sense.
Yeah, it don't that makes no sense. Like that makes zero sense. And it was like it was plumbers playing back there, man. And there was athletes, but there was a lot of plumbers out there like getting minutes too. But you know they don't like to hear that, man.
Yeah,
they going
people that's not the best in today's basketball game will be an all-star. I feel like back then.
Don't say it too loud, bro. They're gonna come for you in the comments, man. It's the old heads is gonna come for you in the comments, man.
The size difference is it's a big gap between how people were built today in the NBA and back then. Like,
no, and athletic ability.
Yeah.
I mean, they're more athletic now. They are. They're bigger, faster, stronger.
Exactly.
Not everybody, but they are. But again, I mean, to me, that's common sense, but whatever. So you said you played for the Tigers. You played all 3 levels for the Tigers?
No. I was kind of like a motherfucking cheerleader in the stands. My brother played for the Tigers.
Okay.
I was a big Tiger fan, though.
Okay, so so you didn't play?
No.
All right. But who in your age group was nice?
Man, we had I like to say we had the best generation of all in Tigers. Shit, even Harding too. But Rye was a monster. Like Randy Otis was a monster. Naj, G, like we had everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? We were stacked. Our teams was stacked. Like
DeLeon younger than you?
DeLeon a little younger than me. Yeah.
So Jet said that DeLeon was the greatest. Did you see DeLeon play?
I ain't see him playing like Tigers, so I don't know about that. Like, but I seen him playing Harding. Like, he was a monster. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly think like Doo-Wop my homie too. Like this, but I think the best running back Harding ever had was JoJo Pirro. Like, I don't know why he was a monster. Like, in Harding.
Yeah.
I ain't saying Big Red, but Harding.
So you saying the best running back you seen at Harding was JoJo Pirro?
Yeah, either him or Randy Otis. Them was the hardest from Harding ever.
Rest in peace, Randy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is an interesting take, bro. This is an interesting take.
I don't know about no Harding, because like once you leave Harding, you
yeah,
gone,
for
like,
sure. All right. I mean, I didn't see JoJo Pirro in Harding, and so I give you JoJo Pirro Harding. Best Big Red running back that you seen.
Oh, that's tough. Like, cause I seen Big Meat was a monster. Like, motherfucking Busick was a monster. What's the other fast one we had? These guys is older than me, but that's like the dream team. Like, that's 05, 06.
Tamawi, McGee.
Yeah. Them boys was monsters. Like, so I even before then, like Nate Hubbard. Like,
yeah.
I used to be geek when I see that motherfucker run on the field. Yeah. Jesse Turner, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Studville got too much on high school to even compare, I feel like.
Yeah, it's a lot. So Jesse, it's funny you mentioned Jesse. Jesse was a year younger than me. Jesse was a monster, and Jesse had no fear. Like Jesse don't care about nothing.
Running in the game one time, I was probably like 6 years old. Like I remember that shit, and then, I remember my dad. He was kind of upset with the coach for keep putting him back in, and his ankle was fucked up or something. And I was just like, man, please, like.
Yeah, Hub was Jesse's backup at first, his sophomore year. Then he took over, but a lot of people, you gonna get a lot of people that say Hub, So I go back a little further. I mean, Hub was in high school when I was in high school. Hub definitely up there. Vinny West. I don't know if you ever heard of Vinny West.
I heard him.
Yeah, Vinny West was nasty. But modern day, Tavion Crawford.
See, that's one of the he was a monster.
Different. Yeah.
I like the little Mandela too when he was running.
Yeah, he was nice. He played everywhere too.
That's
he was
Big Red. Like it's like year after year for centuries we've been nasty. Like.
And people know, like you talked about going around in Studville.
That's how people know Studville.
That's
from Big Red.
You from Studville, Big Red.
Yeah.
You be like, like that's crazy. That's
And we up there like in the nation as far as like football, high school football. Like we up there with the best.
Yeah, we top 25, I believe, in wins. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, top.
Yeah, we was something crazy.
Yeah,
like, and then the high school that's number one, I stayed like probably 30 minutes from Valdosta,
Georgia.
Yeah.
So, is high school football a thing down there in Lake City?
Yeah, they take it serious. Like
we take it serious?
I don't know about all that because I be letting it be known. Like, hey, my high school come down here and scrub some shit. Like, so I be making sure I be telling all my homies that like they can't see Big Red. Like, but nah, I guess they used to play against like Tim Tebow and them. Like, you know what I'm saying? They from Florida, a tough sports area too. Like, so yeah, they go crazy. I think they got a couple players in the league right now from this city.
Okay.
Somebody, I forget his name, Jernigan, I want to say. He used to play he went to the Super Bowl with the Eagles. He was like a lineman or something.
I heard of his name.
He from Lake City. And then there's some famous people from Lake City.
Cause on here they're like Friday nights.
Yeah, it's over with.
Everything cut off. Yeah, the city stops.
Yeah.
On Friday nights. But back to you. What's next? Like, what's going on? What's next? What you got? What you working on? You got plans for when bro touched down?
Right now I'm just chilling for real, like just taking care of my daily responsibilities. Like that's all I plan to do. But when Slick come home, he always get me out, and we travel. You know what I'm saying? So we'll probably get back to that when he touched down.
So me and you talked before we was even recording, and you mentioned wanting to do a podcast. Or wanting to be involved. You looking to produce, or you looking to be on air? I mean, on the camera. Like, what you looking to do?
It's like I don't know. It's like sometimes I want to do all that, and then sometimes I don't. Like I don't like going back and reviewing my own shit. Like
you don't like seeing yourself on.
Hate it, like,
so you ain't gonna watch this joint?
Yeah, I'll probably watch this one just cause like this ain't mine. So
right.
I could just turn it off. Like,
right.
But no, when Slick down here, like when Slick come down, we always make videos. We done like episodes of podcasts. We just never dropped them. Like,
okay,
because I get nervous sometimes. Like I don't be wanting to put my shit out. But we do a lot of shit like skits and shit like that. Slick be doing more than me, but I'm starting to catch on with him. Like
I went to school for broadcast journalism, so I wanted to be Stuart Scott for real. Yeah. Like I wanted to be sportscaster or ESPN or on the radio, something about that, talking sports.
Right.
And 20 years later, like here I am doing this.
Yeah, that's dope.
But I really enjoy it. It's something I'm passionate about and trying to see where it's gonna go.
Yeah, I be trying to find me something like something to do when I ain't got nothing to do. Like, you know what I'm saying, instead of just not doing nothing. Like. So, like, I always, either I'm at work or I'm doing the video business, but I also want to look for something that I can get into that I enjoy as fun for me to do, too. Like, it ain't always work. Like,
facts. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. Everybody doing podcasts right now.
Right.
So what we trying to do is just do it better than everybody else. Exactly. And, that's just what, people shooting videos, but you put your all into it and grind into it. If yours is better than theirs, then it's going to show.
Right. Yeah, I dealt with competition for a while. Shout out to everybody who shoot videos in Lake City, like. But now, you know what I'm saying, I'm finally up there with everybody else, like. So it's a good feeling, like, because it was a point in time, like, when you first get started, you'd be like, man, I might not be as good as I thought I could be, like, you know what I'm saying. But now I'm starting to see each video I shoot get better and better, like.
So you doubted yourself at first?
Yeah.
And you got the confidence now, like you just said it, like you up there with everybody else now.
Like it was like not pretty much doubting myself, just like, damn, this shit is hard, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm wondering, like, how did they get so good, like, and then you just got to come to the terms, like, well, they worked, you know what I'm saying. They've been doing this shit, like, you got to keep on working. Like.
Work, that's it. That's work, and it's never too late to work, like to put the work in, man. You can just wake up one day, like, exactly. You know what? Yeah, let's get to it. So how do they get, like, this is your time, bro. Tell them, who you is, what you do, how to get a hold of you, what you can do for them, social media, whatever, what I mean? Have at it. This is what we here for, show love, so.
All right, so boom. Y'all already know it's G-Rod, GIT Films. That's my videography business, GIT Films. Mostly do music videos, all genres. We do commercials, weddings, photos. I do cover art. Anything to do with editing, I can do it. Like,
how they get a hold of you?
I'm on Instagram, GIT Films, Facebook, Jit the Filmer. That's the best way to get a hold of me is Instagram, for real. That's how I do that's where I book all my bookings at. Like,
cover art. What's cover art?
Like say you drop a song or something, and you know the little thimble that show up on like Apple and like the album cover.
Yeah.
That. So like cover art, I'll just make it, put your title on there, whatever theme you want on there. Like, I could do that.
Big reason why we're doing this is to help people get their business stuff out. Help people teach people what they do.
Right.
And so. And the same thing, we trying to help ourselves as well. So you help me by coming on. Like I said, it's, you my first podcast of getting to know the person while we're talking.
Right.
So, I appreciate you, flying up, man, and spending that time with us, man. That mean a lot.
Yeah.
And I, young man doing your thing, girl dad, entrepreneur. I love a rags to riches story, man. I know the background to an extent.
Yeah.
I know what could have happened. I see what I see where you at, and I see where you going in your mind. You sharp, and I salute you, bro. From this point forward, if you need anything, man, it's love.
It's a bet.
Again, G-Rod, I appreciate having you on, bro. I appreciate you flying up. I hope your story touches and inspires, and if it encourages one person, that's a win for all of us. So, yeah, man, thanks for coming through to the Legacy Lounge, bro. I appreciate your time.
Me, bro.
You know it. My man.